The United Nations Development Programme has said that the world is off course on the quest to meet the Sustainable Development Goals in 2030. And this was contained in the 2023-2024 Human Development Report launched in Nigeria by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun. Our correspondent has more.
4 years, United Nations Development Programme released the Human Development Report and Index annually, ranking all countries by health, education and living standards to foster human development. Human development goes beyond mere economic growth. It focuses on enhancing the quality of life and expanding opportunities for individuals. With the latest inflation data in Nigeria, the need for collective action and targeted policies to bridge gaps in human development is paramount. The launch of the report saw extended conversations from ministers in various sectors and the UN country representatives to raise national awareness on the key findings of the report. The UN resident and humanitarian coordinator Mohamed Fall, speaking during the launch, noted the many challenges that needs to be addressed.
In this time, multilateralism and solidarity among nations is the key to address the common challenges we face. The launch of the SDR has brought us together today, and it shows clearly that the solution to the challenge that humanity is facing is within our reach. It is our duty to fulfill those, to address those challenges and leave a better world for the future generation.
Since the 2003, when the HDI began for Nigeria, we've seen that there's been growth in the HDI, a 22% increase over the past 19 years. But however, Nigeria remains at the low human development category. Next, in terms of the performance across the indicators of the HDI, which is life expectancy, years of schooling, and gross national income, we see that Nigeria is slightly underperforming for HDI compared to the average for the sub-Saharan African countries, as well as developing countries and the world. And across the different indicators for life expectancy, Nigeria is slightly underperforming compared to the other averages. But in terms of expected years of schooling, mean years of schooling, and gross national income, Nigeria actually is outperforming compared to the average for the sub-Saharan African countries.
Nigeria has 55 infant mortality deaths per 1,000, which places Nigeria at number 14, highest infant mortality in the world. And so you can ask, despite these potentials, why are we having these poor HDI indicators? One of these reasons is that we don't actually prioritize health and education in our resource allocation. So it's about prioritizing resource allocation. There are some standards. The World Health Organization recommends about 15% of budget allocation on education, on health, while UNESCO recommends 15 to 25% allocation to education. For Nigeria, these two sectors have always been below 10%.
The Nigerian government reiterated commitment and way forward for conversations on reimaging development for Nigeria.
As we're looking to bridge the divide, we're faced with a world in which it hasn't started yet in many ways because the tensions seem to be rising. The divisions seem to be worsening. And in that context, we do have a lot to do. It's really sobering. It is really a cause for reflection. And this is an opportunity for us to look in concrete, objective terms at the figures, at the situation, and then commit ourselves to improving it.
Through targeted interventions and efforts, Nigeria can chart a course towards building a more equitable and prosperous society for all. Norma Omeje, for Morning Line with Nancy.